She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image. You know, the family motto is never complain, never explain. And it doesn't really hold. He was shouting at me, I was shouting back at him. It wasn't nice, it wasn't pleasant at all. And he snapped. Led to believe, as a member of the family, that being on the front page, having positive headlines, positive stories written about you, is going to improve your reputation.
Hey fanatics, ready for some royalty? Prince William is in hot water as his affair with British socialite Rose Hanbury makes headlines once again. Now we know it's not uncommon for a royal, especially an heir to the throne, to have a mistress, or 2 or 3. But we've still been long wondering if there's any truth to this rumor. It turns out there is. And what's more, Prince Harry just exposed why his sister was kept a secret all this time. Stay tuned for more on this, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop with the latest tea in the celebrity world. Right now, you can't escape the constant chatter about a hush-hush romance between Prince William and Rose Hanbury. There are even claims that they spent Valentine's Day together in 2023. But the royals have this knack for carefully curating their image and playing the press game. They've got the clout and resources to squash any stories that might threaten their reputation before they gain traction. Sneaky? Yeah, we know. Just to give you a heads up on some background info that the royal squad would rather you not dig into, the history of Prince William has some juicy tidbits that have been hidden away. But here's the thing. The royal family's past is practically a soap opera, with affairs and secret lovers galore. So naturally, the press can't resist the allure of the royal other woman narrative. Ready for our take on the supposed Prince William affair? Buckle up for the inside scoop on what might or might not be happening behind those palace doors. So what's the deal with these Prince William rumors? Interestingly, the drama didn't start as whispers about an affair. It was all about this supposed feud between Kate Middleton and Rose Hanbury, her so-called country rival. But then things went up a notch when a US tabloid In Touch dropped the bomb that the feud's root cause was supposedly a steamy affair between Prince William and Rose. British journalist Giles Coren took to Twitter claiming everyone knew about the affair. The palace wasn't having any of it. They even pressured him to delete the tweet. And then this wild rumor started floating around on gossip channel Des Moines about a prince whose wife was apparently okay with him having an affair. You can probably guess what happened next. The hashtag Prince of Pegging was born. Yep, people's imaginations went into overdrive. No shame if that's your thing, but someone's got some explaining to do to the queen. Now, remember the very public rift between William and Henry? Everyone thought it was because their wives didn't get along, but guess what? It's not about the wives, but rather it's about William's supposed affair. Don't get weirded out just yet, we've got more. Nicole Cliff, who's not exactly a royal insider but just a fan of royal drama, somehow became the evidence that Harry disapproved of William's behavior. Yeah, because it was kind of like what their dad did to Princess Diana. And then we have this eyebrow-raising moment in Harry and Meghan's documentary, where Harry said they were okay lying to protect his brother. As for Prince William's take on all this, he's never bothered to come out and actually deny any of these rumors, which is pretty shady on his part. It's almost as if his silence can be taken as a nod of approval, you know? Prince Charles never denied the affair rumors either, and they turned out to be true in the end. William seems to be following the same trajectory. Sounds scandalous, doesn't it? Well, speaking of scandals, this isn't the royals' first time being in one, oh yeah. They start right from the days of Henry VIII and his 6 marriages to Captain Mark Phillips's secret child. Remember the messy breakdowns of Prince Charles and Prince Andrew's marriages in the 90s? It's almost like scandals are a hereditary trait in this family. Take the Charles and Diana saga, for instance. It was a goldmine of historic moments. The iconic revenge dress, that leaked phone call from Charles, and who can forget Diana's iconic interview? There were 3 of us in this marriage, she said, so it was a bit crowded. Classic. But there's another reason why we're all ears when it comes to royal affairs. Blame it on the track record of royal marriages. Forget the fairy tale image promised by the those grand royal weddings. The real deal is often way less romantic and more complicated than it looks. You see, royal marriages aren't your regular unions. Love might not always be the driving force here. Instead, it's more about what's best for the firm, the royal establishment. Remember King Edward VII? He famously stepped down from the throne because he couldn't marry the woman he loved, Wallis Simpson. And then there's Princess Margaret, who never got to marry the person she truly wanted. Maybe William, too, is just waiting for the right time to run back to his love, Rose Hanbury. That's what we think, for now anyway, cause he's choosing to let his silence do all the talking. While we wait for Prince William to say more on this, here's a question for you. Have you ever wondered why Prince Harry's sister remained a secret for so long? Well, Prince William has an idea why their stepsister remained a secret that nobody knew about until recently. This hidden family member stayed away from the public eye for years, but she's stepping into the spotlight now. You see, Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles had a connection they began way back in 1971. They met and sparks flew, but life had its own plans, and they ended up marrying other people. It's like a classic love story twist, right? But here's where it gets interesting. Those pesky feelings for each other never really went away. Camilla had her own family too, with her marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973. This union brought 2 children into the world, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopez. Now hold on to your hats, because their love story wasn't all hearts and roses. Charles and Camilla's lingering feelings played their part in causing ripples through the waters of their own marriages, as well as Charles and Diana's. You might remember Diana's famous line, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." That really captured the complex dynamics at play. But here's the twist. While Diana was embracing the spotlight and using her platform for various causes, Laura Lopez, Camilla's daughter, was taking a different route, veering towards a more private life. The Charles-Diana marriage? Well, that chapter came to a close with a separation and divorce in the mid-1990s. And then came the devastating moment in 1997, when Diana was tragically killed in a car crash. This had a profound impact on the royal family and the world at large. The shockwaves were felt everywhere, with countless people flooding London to pay their respects, leaving a sea of flowers in her memory. Fast forward to 2005, and here comes a curveball. Prince Charles announces that he's not only back together with Camilla, but they're tying the knot. Just imagine the scene. The 2 princes, William and Harry, getting a new stepmother and a new sister, Laura Lopez, who was pretty happy staying out of the lights of fame. Now, despite all the speculation and rumors, William and Harry both stated that they held Camilla in high regard. In a 2005 interview, Harry made it clear that she wasn't the wicked stepmother and that they both loved her to bits. Now let's talk about Laura Lopez. Remember Tom Parker Bowles, the stepbrother, or the famous food writer, critic, and TV personality? Yeah, he's been pretty visible in the public eye. But Laura, on the other hand, preferred to stay out of the limelight. She'd pop up at significant events like royal weddings, but beyond that, she had no interest staying on the radar. The question is, why did Laura choose the shadows? Well, according to Harry, it's like this. Growing up in the media glare, especially during those stormy times when her mom's relationship with Charles was making headlines, left its mark. Her preference for privacy was a reaction to the challenges and intrusions her family faced. But do you think there's something deeper at play? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. See you in the next one!